What if I told you that one simple habit is quietly draining your energy, killing your confidence, and keeping you stuck in life? You feel exhausted, unmotivated, and trapped in a cycle you can't escape. But what if the secret to unshakable self-control and true masculinity has been hiding in plain sight all along? Once you understand this habit, you will never see it the same way again. Let's be honest, you've felt it. The guilt, the lack of motivation, and the emptiness that follows every time you indulge in this habit. But why does this happen? Science tells us that every time you engage in this habit, your brain releases a powerful surge of dopamine, the pleasure chemical. This might sound good, but the real problem is that the more you indulge, the more your brain gets addicted to quick and easy pleasure. And like any addiction, the side effects start to show. You feel drained, weak, and unmotivated. Your drive to achieve real goals fades away because your brain has already received its reward without you actually accomplishing anything. The ancient Stoic philosophers recognized this problem long before science did. They warned against overindulgence and the dangers of being controlled by base desires. Seneca once wrote, "No man is free who is a slave to his body." And that is exactly what happens when you let pleasure control you. Every time you give in to this habit, you reinforce a mindset of weakness. You tell yourself that you need this when, in reality, it is controlling you. Marcus Aurelius, the emperor of Rome, believed in mastering desires, not being ruled by them. He knew that a man who cannot control himself will never be truly free. Every great man in history, warriors, emperors, and visionaries, had one thing in common. They controlled their desires. They didn't let their urges dictate their actions. And because of that, they achieved greatness, while others remained enslaved to their impulses. So how do you break free from this trap? The answer lies in three Stoic principles: self-discipline, purpose, and transmutation. Epictetus said, "No man is truly free who is not master of himself." That's where it starts. The moment you decide to stop being a slave to your desires is the moment you begin reclaiming your power. But self-discipline isn't about denying yourself. It's about choosing what's truly valuable over what's easy. Every time you resist the urge, you train your mind to become stronger. Over time, your impulses lose their control over you. The Stoics believe that a life without purpose is a wasted life. That's why so many men struggle with this habit. They lack something meaningful to channel their energy into. Think about it. If your mind is occupied with building a business, mastering a skill, or pursuing greatness, do you really have time for pointless indulgence? The key is to replace this habit with something that gives you a real sense of fulfillment. Ancient warriors, artists, and philosophers knew a secret that most men today ignore. They understood that sexual energy is the most powerful force in a man's body. When this energy is wasted, so is his potential. But when it is redirected, when it is channeled into something productive, it becomes an unstoppable force. Nikola Tesla, one of the greatest minds in history, remained celibate his entire life because he understood this principle. He knew that by redirecting his energy, he could achieve greatness that others couldn't. This is exactly what the Stoics preached. Instead of wasting your energy on temporary pleasure, use it to fuel your ambition, creativity, and discipline. Now imagine waking up every day with unshakable confidence. No guilt, no weakness. Just pure, unstoppable energy. Imagine feeling more motivated, more focused, and more in control of your life than ever before. That's what happens when you break free. Your testosterone levels increase, your mental clarity sharpens, your drive to achieve skyrockets, and most importantly, you regain power over your own mind. This is what the Stoics meant by true freedom. It's not just about quitting a habit. It's about becoming the man you were meant to be. Now the question is, will you stay trapped in the cycle, or will you take control? Will you keep letting an empty habit steal your potential, or will you rise above it? The choice is yours. But remember this, no great man in history was ruled by his desires. The ones who changed the world were the ones who mastered themselves first. If you're ready to break free, reclaim your power, and start living like a true Stoic, your journey to self-mastery starts now.